Happy Sunday, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I've got my cat playing with her toy, and I've got a dog that's kind of like growling over here, barking for me. Mad Eye. Come here, say hi to everybody. There you go. Who's this? And that's Morgan. This is my old man. He's such a hog. I hope you got to see that. Okay. So I just want to share something that a little spiritual experience I had at church today. It's Sunday and I take my mom to church, and I had a meditation during the service. And in the meditation, I was feeling something over here in my head, and my face was kind of twisting. And I asked myself, do I have an energy that needs to be removed? And the answer was yes. Kitty, come say hi. Come here. Come on. You guys haven't seen Athena in a while. Anyway, I'll show you Athena. She's cute. Here she is, playing with a golf ball. All right. Anyway, so I felt like this energy over here. Now, I had a really profound session with a hypnotherapist last Thursday, and we integrated a damaged part of my childhood that I didn't even know I had. And I was hoping to get a healing in relationship to how I react to my mother, because, you know, that's where I start to see this alternative part of me explode, is when, you know, I react to what my mom says. And it was still there after this hypnosis session. So, and I kind of felt it in my face. And so I went into this healing space, and I heard her voice, and she was angry. She is the part of me that hates my mom. She was cursing. She was like, she's right over there, that blah, 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 and saying how much she hates my mother and she wants her dead. It was very nasty. It was a nasty being. Nasty part of me. And Jesus came, and my higher self came as me. And we both asked her, does she want to continue? And she was angry at first. She's like, you created me. I'm part of you. Why do you want to get rid of me? And I was like, asked her again, do you still want to be here? And finally, this aspect of me says, I'm tired. I'm tired of being angry all the time. So Jesus picked her up, and I picked her up, and she collapsed and she cried. She was tired. And we moved her on, and that part of me went to rest. And I healed this part of my face, or at least I thought of, you know, putting the golden light around it, this golden healing thing to heal where it was left over in my field. And yeah, so the other thing that Jesus said in this meditation, this place that I went to in my mind, was, you're looking at her as guilty. Look at her as innocent. Look at her as perfect and not flawed. Don't even look at her as a 98-year-old woman whose mental faculties are limited. Look at her as perfect. And that's exactly what this hypnosis teaching, I'm in the very first level of this hypnosis process, hypnotherapy course, and that's what the leader says, the director says, you look at every client as perfect when they walk in the door. You don't look at them as broken. It's not your job to assess who they are. It's your job to help them no matter where they are. So you can't tell somebody, oh, you've got this problem and you've got that problem. I can clearly see that you have this problem. So I have to apply it to my mother, and of course I have to apply it to myself. I can't see that aspect of me as being imperfect. I have to look at me as being perfect, as being whole, as to being innocent. So that's extraordinarily important for us to apply, and it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell to do. Unless you place yourself in the God mind. Unless you place yourself somewhere where you can actually access this and accept it. Okay? Now, might another incident occur where you see the person that you believe is your enemy as imperfect? Of course. It's annoyances. Things are going to happen. But as you raise in frequency, these reactions diminish, and your bounce back will be quicker. So you will look at these reflections of you really as more and more perfect. So the minute that something bothers you, or the minute that someone annoys you, no. They're innocent and perfect, just the way that they are. And I'm innocent and perfect, just the way that I am. And we'll get through this, and we'll move on, and we'll heal. So I just thought I'd share this little bit of teaching for you today, that I have to remind myself. Even though we went shopping afterwards at the grocery store. And I'm like, why don't you get the sliced ribeye? No, it's full of fat. I'm like, Mom, you're losing weight. Why can't you just eat fat? No, it's full of fat. So every time I try to impose my thoughts on her, I have to say, let it go. I have to say, let her eat what she wants to eat. Let her do what she wants to do. Even though I know, or I believe, in my own mind that I'm right. And that's the ego. It doesn't matter. I'm constantly reminded to pull back my judgment. Every single time. And it's going to happen that way until I truly change my mind. And until I truly get into that space of utter acceptance and forgiveness. No, she is innocent and perfect in every way. I am innocent and perfect in every way. So let's love ourselves. Let's love each other. Remember that we are bringing to us what we need at every moment. Every interchange, that's what we're doing. Because our universe is such. Our universe is such. Does Spirit want to say anything to us today? Anything from you, Spirit? Well, I am that one you know is Jesus, and I walk with this dear, beautiful soul every day. I have stepped up my role with her because of this course that she is taking, because it is truly the next level of her journey on this planet, and she will be doing the Christed work. She does not understand what she is in store for, and that's a beautiful thing. But as I am here and as I made my presence known to everyone today, I wish for you to listen to these words. Father, Father, I place my life in your hands. Forgive them They know not what they do. How can you be in judgment when someone is merely expressing themselves? How can you be in judgment if they are innocent? Being innocent sometimes is not just innocence in terms of guilt or innocence. This beautiful dualistic world where you can only judge one thing by comparison to another. If you are innocent, it means you lack the ways of the world. And truly, if you are in a state of innocence, you don't know any better. You don't know there are other avenues and paths. You merely understand what you know, and you act accordingly. From that point of view, there is no judgment. From that point of view, there is no guilt or innocence. There simply is. And this is the oneness. This is the flow. This is the reciprocative understanding that you and I are one. This is that beautiful, I'll use the word, communion. This is where you can look at someone else and say, I understand that if you're showing me this, then it dwells within me. You are never, ever, ever alone on your journey. As you continue to walk through this particular incarnation, I draw your attention to the week that your calendar tells you it is. Your calendar tells you that this is, in very many circles in the Western world, something called Holy Week. A time where my crucifixion is center stage. And although the feast is considered Easter or the resurrection, that is not all that's celebrated. What's celebrated is torture and death. So we ask you to be mindful of what you allow to be in your energy field for this week. Was I tortured and was I killed? I was. Quite violently, actually. This body meant nothing to me. And that is why, again, the words, for lack of a better word, sacrificed my body. I didn't sacrifice anything. I willingly gave it up. I willingly knew that I was going to die because my body is unimportant. I knew that I was an eternal spiritual being, and you know that you are an eternal spiritual being. So why is it you're so caught up in your bodies? Because this is your expression right now, right? Your ego wants to be heard. Your ego wants to express itself as being important. The ego is part of you. It is kind of what keeps you in this body, and once this body is done, the ego disappears. It is only a byproduct of your incarnation. And once this incarnation is done, that part of your mind that fights, that part of your mind that wants to be right, that part of your mind that is afraid, that part of your mind that points fingers and looks at enemies, is gone. So be aware of that function of that part of your mind and understand it. Tap it down. If you put it in its place, you understand its function, you honor it and put it in its place, you will commune more with your higher mind, with that part of your mind that understands that this is a very temporary place, a place that you come to learn, a place where you come to experience, a place where you have a crash course in accelerated soul progression. So I am that one you know as Jesus, and I did not die. My body is gone, and that's okay. It served me well, and I was ready to let it go. But I understood the mastery of this world, and I was able to recreate a body through my consciousness. There are masters on this planet that recreate their... Oh, hello. There are masters on this planet that recreate their consciousness, recreate bodies all over. They are few and far between because of the nature and the intensity of the energy in this planet, but they do exist. I was not the only one, and I will never be the only one. There are many masters right now that can do this work, that can do this mastery, that have this mastery on your planet at this very moment. Why not join them? Why not become a master? You are so focused on the earth, so focused on the body, so focused on these experiences that you gain, that you forget the bigger picture, that you forget that this is something that you can recreate at any moment. Time is a funny thing. We love you. Those of us in spirit, we are here for you. We give you whatever it is you desire from us in communication, in petition. And we are here for you. And we love you. All right. Okay, everybody. I wish you a blessed Sunday and a wonderful week. Yay, I got to put out a video. Love you. Bye.